My name is Sebastian, and this summer I will be one of the players for Team Luxembourg at WTC in August in Belgium. I've been playing Warhammer 40k since about 2017, 16 maybe, so about 8 years, and I've been going to tournaments since about 2019. So I've been playing Blood Bowl a little bit before I got into Warhammer 40k, especially competitive Warhammer 40k, but when I started playing Warhammer 40k sort of as my main game, the first army I started on was actually Ynnari. So the Incarn here, obviously she's been a little bit of a naughty girl in early 10th, but I've had it for a long time, and when that box actually came out, the Triumvirate, that was when I started Warhammer 40k. So, like many people, I started playing a couple of Games Workshop games in my early teens when I was like 13, something like that probably. As I mentioned, Blood Bowl was a big one for a while, and then I left the hobby, did other stuff, didn't really spend a lot of time with miniatures, and then I got back into Warhammer 40k, particularly when I was in England doing my studies at Warwick University, and there were job advertisements for translators and editors for German language translations of Games Workshop, and I did that as a freelancer for a couple of years to finance my studies and get some tuition fees. And as part of that, I had a chance to go to Nottingham, go into the writer's studio, the production facilities, and that's how I got into Warhammer 40k, or back into Warhammer 40k. So I've won a handful of tournaments, maybe not as many as I would have liked. One I did win, for example, was the CBO in Lausanne about 2 years ago, which was a decent sized GT. But something that I was very proud of also was being able to qualify for the World Championships in Atlanta last year, and I flew to Atlanta with my Incarn and I placed 25th, which was great fun. So as mentioned before, I started playing with Eldar, especially at tournaments, or with Ynnari in particular. So I have a lot of Eldar here. The Wraith Knight obviously was a big one earlier in this edition. I played a lot of Drukhari and Ynnari, and obviously I also have the Sisters of Battle, so that's going to be the one I'll be taking to Belgium this year. I also have a couple of Space Marines, I have Genestealer Cult, so yeah, you start to grow quite a collection. Here in the back you can see I have the Silent King, so that's something I started earlier this year when Necrons were obviously pretty good, or still are pretty good, so yeah, if you chase the meta, you collect some armies. So I don't think I have a favorite color, I just generally like very strong, bright neon colors. I think you can see it here, lots of pinks and greens and sort of neon blues, and you know, if you see one of my armies, it's probably going to be very brightly painted, so I really enjoy that. Again, coming back, I started obviously with Ynnari, and so I kind of, as one of my favorites, got a Piggy Vrain. Not only has she been, you know, super good on the tabletop for a long time, and you know, has been with me for many tournaments, lots of nostalgia there, but I also really enjoyed sort of the Ynnari storyline. Unfortunately, Games Workshop has abandoned it a little bit, but yeah, I really thought it was a good idea, a cool idea, to just go away from sort of the Tolkien cliche of, you know, something bad happened to all the elves, you know, ancient times, and now they're just slowly dying, and you know, having like this cult and things they get to do in modern times of 40k. So I really like that. I hope Games Workshop continues that story at some point. So I like to go hiking, I like to go, you know, some outdoor stuff to sort of as a counterbalance to 40k. In the winter in particular, I like to go skiing. There's a couple of mountains obviously very close by here, but also going to Switzerland and even to Austria or to France. It's not that far away, so if there's not a 40k tournament on the winter weekends and there's good snow, then likely I'll be skiing a little bit. So Luxembourg will finish definitely better than last year. We've been doing a lot of practice and training, and it's the year 2024, so definitely the top 24. I think that's easily manageable, and it only goes up from there. So yeah, thank you very much, and see you in Belgium.